Long ago in the realm of Asgard, Thor, the god of thunder, misplaced his great hammer Mjolnir. He searched high and low for his mighty weapon, but alas, it was nowhere to be found. Meanwhile, the dwarves of Nidavellir had finished crafting an exquisite toy hammer for Thor's amusement. It was beautifully crafted, just smaller than Thor's real hammer, and it had a little leather pouch attached to its handle. One day, while Thor was moping about his lost hammer, the dwarves approached him and said, "Mighty Thor, we have made something for you." They presented him with the toy hammer. Thor, too proud to use such a small hammer, threw it aside. The dwarves were crestfallen, but Thor picked up the hammer again. He hefted it in his hands and felt a surge of power. Suddenly he understood that the dwarves had imbued the little hammer with some of the power of his great hammer, and so Thor set out to find Loki, who was causing mischief in the mortal realm. As Thor flew through the air, he realized that this new hammer was not as powerful as Mjolnir. To use it, he needed to channel all of his strength, focus, and courage into every blow. Thor found Loki causing trouble in a village. Villagers surrounded him, demanding that he fix their broken carts, houses, and farmlands that Loki had damaged with his magic. Thor intervened, and with the help of the villagers, fought against Loki and his monstrous allies. The little hammer was more than Thor needed to defeat Loki and his lackeys. But as the battle raged on, Thor began to tire. His strength was not the problem. His will was being tested. Could he, the god of thunder, wield a tiny hammer and still be brave? Finally, seeing that Thor was exhausted, Loki struck a fatal blow. He knocked the hammer out of Thor's hands and sent it flying through the air. With a mighty roar, Thor reached out to grab his hammer, but it was too late. The hammer landed on the ground, and with a deafening crash, it transformed into a sparrow. Thor stood there stunned as the sparrow flew away. Thor returned to Asgard, dejected and ashamed. He explained to Odin what had happened, and Odin was very disappointed in his son. "Thor," he said, "your bravery cannot be measured by the size of your weapon or the strength of your blows. True bravery is when you protect those you love, no matter how small or weak you may seem." Thor pondered his father's words. He realized that he had been wrong to underestimate the toy hammer and the bravery it had taken to use it. From that day forward, Thor kept the little hammer by his side, a reminder that bravery comes in all sizes and that true strength is not just physical, but also in the courage of your heart.